Hello everyone, my name is Gagandeep Singh. I am Microsoft certified trainer. So over here you will see a demo of desired state configuration. So implementing desired state configuration is what our today's agenda. So you will see this new feature, how it works. It's really nice to see. Let's start. Internet, it's getting loaded. I'm just stop for a second. So before we go ahead, we can just talk about desired state configuration. So Windows PowerShell desired state configuration, new management platform with the Windows PowerShell that enables you to deploy and manage configuration for software services. Like example, we will say that you'll see the demo where we'll be installing IS, and we'll be checking that ASP.NET version 4.5 is installed with it. So we will be having one of the script which will be leading towards one of the file called MOF file, and then we'll utilize that MOF file in DSC to actually install it in the server. So what is the particular scenario that we need to install IS with ASP 4.5? How it will happen, you will see it. You can see we will be talking about three different phases over here that you have: authoring phase, staging, and implementing. So let's go ahead. And very important fact that DSC uses the WMAP provider to implement configurations. So, and you have comes with 12 WMAP providers that enables the configuration of roles and features, managing services, and more. So you can also create the custom providers. Okay, so that's what we are talking about, that you have two modules, push and pull. They follow the three phases: authoring, staging phase, and the implement phase. Let's talk about that. So in authoring phase, the DSC is created by a Windows PowerShell or a third-party tool. We are using Windows PowerShell in our demo, so you'll see that. So Windows PowerShell commands are used to create one or more management object format, that's a MOF file that describes the configuration setting. So yes, you'll see that kind of classes will be there, and you'll see that what we are in classes, what we are trying to do, that we need to have the IS, the ASP.NET 4.5. So once we execute that PowerShell, you'll see the MOF file being created. And then what will happen, then the staging phase comes into the picture, that in the pull model, as we are saying that there is a pull model and push model. So what will happen in the staging phase? So we'll be just talk about that now. DSC data in the pull model, the DSC data and any custom provider are kept on the pull server, which is and IS server. So you are actually pulling from the IS server. So the target system contacts the pull server by passing the URI along with the unique identifier to pull its DSC configuration and verify if any required providers are available. If they are not available, then the provider are downloaded to the target computer. Makes sense? So you'll see that which model we are just using. So push model. In push model, you need to ensure that any required provider are already in place on the target computer, because only the configuration settings are being pushed. You see the provider is already there in the push model. In pull model, we are anyhow either we are downloading or we are doing it another way. Okay, and we need IS for the pull model. And the implementing phase, the final phase in the application of the configuration. Once the DSC data is either pulled to the target server, the local configuration stored, the configuration is then parsed, and the appropriate WMAP provider implements the settings. So let's do that. So we are actually seeing the demo of installing some role loop, that's IIS. So you see that the DSC can be useful in installing or removing the server roles and features, managing the registry settings, manage files and directories, start, stop, manage process and services. A lot of things it can do. It can run the PowerShell scripts, fix the configuration and configuration that drift away from the desired state, discover the actual configuration state on the node. So let's talk about this. We will be having a demo where we are implementing install and remove. So let's see. This is our DC. So, and we have 8.1 as well. That's an admin. We have server 1 as well. So we have this is server 1. This is admin. This is 8.1, and we have DC. So this is server control login. So first of all, we like to go to the server 1. So let's see a very important part where you will find the PowerShell desired state configuration and PS provider, which we are just talking about. We are not able to zoom out, so what we can do manually, we can just click on the 75% so we can see it. Let's go ahead, let's click on the C drive. In C drive you have Windows folder. In Windows folder you have system32. All the main files you find over here in Windows PowerShell related. You can directly go to Windows PowerShell, and you have version 1.0. You have modules, all the modules of PowerShell is over here. You see a lot of folders, but the main concern is over here is regarding the PowerShell desired state configuration. So you see that, and the PS provider. You see a lot of things: archive, registry, that's environment resource regarding groups and all. So what is there that you have available resource are the archive, that's related to the .zip at the path, and registry, manage registry keys and values. It talks about scripts, ability to run script block, okay, package and install and manage the MSI package, environment. We talk about environment and manage the system environment variables, groups, manage local groups, and terms of users, manage local account users, and services, manage services. So that's great. A lot of things you can see the folders regarding to that. So let's implement basic DSC. In this task you will create a DSC script to deploy a fully functional website to a configured server 2012 R2 server. Okay, so let's see the example. Let's go directly to the admin, and that's 8.1. So what we'll do, we'll have a remote connected session. The new remote PowerShell tab is there, so we'll just go to the ISC. So let's work it on, like we'll open the PowerShell ISC, and we have either you can create a script, or you can even use the free use script or pre-created script. So to go to the remote PowerShell session, just click on it and give the server name, stat server, give the username, that's administrator, and connect. You see it's asking the password. The password is capital PASSW0RD, and then exclamation. So you see you have entered to the now you have entered to the server 1 PowerShell session. So you can now create you can just see that you see the other all options. So script pan, maximize, you can see show the script pan, okay, on the right, and on the top. So you can take any one of them and see what things can be done. So just now you can even type, or we have our one of the code over here. We'll use that code in the lab files. DSC scripts is there. Just it's a fully functional script. Let's understand what it's talking about. So the configuration name is IIS website, and the node class is server1, in which we are just trying to see that you have Windows feature, that's IIS. If it's ensure that it should be present, name is the web server. You see, when we go for get hyper Windows feature, the name is Windows web server itself, and we are also checking that ASP is present or not. That's ASP.NET 4.5, and then we are doing deploying a website and doing some settings out of it. You see, ensure that's present the directory and then the source path. Okay, and it will be deployed in www root. Okay, and the package, which will be taking the MSI package, and then we will be installing it with the product ID. You can see that right now we are not concentrating on this part right now. You can run it directly as well. We are just interested in creating a MOV file and then utilizing that MOV file to install IIS with ASP.NET. Okay, so I'll just remove this part right now because we are not interested to use this right now. Let me copy this now and paste it over here. So I will just zoom it so that you can see it for a second what we are trying to do. So you see that we're checking for IIS and ASP.NET 4.5. We'll run this script now, which has been created, so we can even save it as IIS DSC. So I will save it into a folder. PS1 is the extension of the PowerShell. We were saying that in the first phase, which we were just talking right now over here, that the DSC is created by using a PowerShell or third-party tool. So we are using PowerShell. That's what you are seeing it over here. You just save it and just run it. It's done now. See, the server1.mock file is being created. That's what we are just trying to say, that that the Windows PowerShell command are used to create one or more MOV file that describes the configuration settings. You see the configuration settings, what it talks about, it's IIS and ASP feature. So it's very easy to understand what we are trying to do over here. So the output of this configuration statement is a MOV file for the server1, and the folder named IIS website, and this folder represents the configuration set in the MOV file, a specific node server in that configuration set. So we can even test that, verify that the web server and the ASP.NET is not installed right now, because we have just created a MOV file. You have not done anything. The implementation of this will be done in the final phase. So right now we can test it out, and we need to go ahead for the staging and then implementing. So first we can just check it out. The get-Windows feature. Computer name server1 name, web ASP, start with whatever it starts from it with this name itself, so it checks all the version of ASP. So you see that what you can see over here is not installed. If you have crossed, then it shows it's installed. So let's do it now. Let's use that MOF file, and how we can utilize that by start DSC configuration, and then go ahead and use that MOF file itself. So DSC configuration, computer name, you know the computer name is server1. Okay, so and the path is IIS website. Wait until it's been installed and in the verbose mode. Now we are utilizing that MOF file. Things are getting installed now. It will take a little bit of time. You see behind what is happening. Installation started, prerequisite process started, showing you everything what it does. Succeeded. The prerequisite process succeeded. Going on. It shows you the method name. It shows what perform invoke CIM method is being invoked, and the method name is send configuration apply. Going ahead with the class name MSFT DSC local configuration manager, and the namespace is root Microsoft Windows desired state configuration. It's all things happening in server 1, and I'm sitting actually in Windows 8.1. So you see automatic, it's almost installed. Going for Windows ASP.NET 4.5 as well. The automation, example of automation, fully automation thing. Who is actually taking care? The MOF file. Yeah, so it's done. So next we can just test it out. Now it's installed or not. You see it's installed. The cross means it's installed. This is what great thing in desired state configuration. So let's see the service is on or not. So get hyphen service, where I would like to see the name of that. That's a W3 SVC, and go to computer name, server 1. Let's see the service status is running. It's a World Wide Web publishing service. That's IIS, so it's running. That means the IIS is now running, as well as ASP.NET is installed. Everything is done. So what we have done, it you can just repeat that. We have actually installed IIS with the ASP.NET, but first of all we created a PowerShell script where you saw that we were trying to first see the class IIS is installed, is there or not, is present or not, or ASP.NET present or not. So it's checking and then installing. Okay, so a proper configuration means installation of roles and feature through DSC by using the concept of by creating a MOF file, and that MOF file is being utilized at the time of installation, and we don't need to do anything. Everything is done by that MOF file which has the settings in it. So this is how the things works, easy. And if you wanted to implement more detailed DSC, then let's go ahead and we can do more complex things out of it. if you want. So there's a code that which we deleted before, um, where we were talking about like let's see it directly what we are trying to do over here. So this was the file, and we need to make some changes now so that we can do some configuration. Okay, and I am just changing it to 75% so that go to that particular file itself. DSC script, edit it. So you see that we need after this, after the ASP feature, if you're checking that we need some settings to be implemented. What I'm doing it, I will copy it and paste it to the same file which we had before. So we'll go over here. This is how we can make changes. You can see it now at over here. Just over here. I can just go ahead and add some configuration settings to be done. Okay, and it's just making that ensuring that the directory is present or not. That's a bakery website, and should be destination path should be www where if you install the IS, so you have this where the default website is being launched and the files are kept. So let's execute that now. Let's execute. We can save it now. And we can run it. So you can see the server1.mof file has been created. Okay, and you can see that what changes we have made. We just added this module where you have web content, and we're just checking that path is there, not the C file, that file sources. See over here, the actual website content is there, the source and destination will be going over here. It's being copied in this, and then you'll see that if we will type and can test it on what has happened, so we'll see the amazing result. So we're typing HTTP. And we are typing server1. It's responding a little bit late. We'll wait for that. I pressed enter. Let's see. Server1 will respond. This is the default website right now, and once we will start the DSC configuration and we'll use that mof file configuration right now, you'll see the difference. things have been changed. So just wait. Now you see the changes. It's taking time. You see now the server 1 website is open and the things have been changed because we have provided the settings, easy to implement, everything is perfect. So this is how DSC works. First we have created a normal MOV file where the IS and the .NET 4.5 ASP.NET 4.5 was installed, and by using same start DSC configuration, and then what we did, we make some changes. We have given a source path, we have given a destination path where that website need to be loaded, and then again we have used start.dsc configuration to implement that. Okay, so you've seen all the phases and this is how things works. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.